You know what? Yeah, head peek me now, you little bit. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and today we have patch notes. Yep, patch notes. You're probably seeing this video a little after the new patch comes out, and that's because I wanted to test one thing that affects a previous video that I did, but we'll get into that a little later. These patch notes are looking spicy, so let's just get right into them. Up first, as always, is gameplay, and now daily challenges can directly level up the battle pass, earning up to an entire battle pass tier if players complete hard challenges. Because completing the battle pass even faster was exactly what we needed. Listen, I've been trying to remain calm, cool, collected, positive with these patch notes and the game overall. But what are you thinking? You have people completing the battle pass in 12 hours or less, and some of them are exploiting a bug that allow them to go into the firing range with the highwaymen, take down targets faster than Kainuru tried to take down my videos, and complete the battle pass in like 10 minutes. The majority is complaining that there's no content to keep them involved in the game, and you just went and made that content able to be completed faster. I know season 1, we all said it takes way too long to complete the battle pass, and that's because people are silly. They're silly billies. A battle pass should last people a good chunk of the season. So if a season is 90 days and a casual player only plays 1 hour per day, it should take about 45 to 50 hours of playtime to complete. So whatever that equals in XP per game towards the battle pass, do that. Also, just make the damn battle pass 100 levels. You're messing with my OCD by leaving it at 90, and I do not appreciate that. But there's my mini rant. I can't guarantee we won't have another one at some point during these patch notes, but let's keep it moving. Players now receive specific notifications for destroying specific enemy abilities. Could have sworn this was already a thing. Maybe I'm crazy. Previously, players could negate the sway penalty for spamming the crouch button if they held their breath while aiming down the sights, but now that's been fixed. Oh my God. It only took 3 months. 3 months. I found this bypass an hour after they released that patch by sheer luck. I made videos about it. I submitted it to their bug reporter. I tweeted about it, mentioned it in the Discord multiple times. We damn near got GTA 6 before they fixed this damn thing. But my God, finally is it fixed. Mantling ledges was inconsistently successful when the auto grab ledge option was enabled in the settings, but now you can mantle with confidence. I don't have this setting turned on, but if you do now, I guess you can mantle, I guess. When transitioning from sprinting to shooting, weapons now shoot only if the player is holding the fire button at the end of the transition. Before, tapping the fire button while sprinting caused the weapon to shoot at the end of the sprint to shoot transition, giving the impression that the weapon was firing all willy-nilly. Don't think I've encountered this, and to be honest, I'm not even entirely sure what this is trying to say, but I swear there's always one or two things every patch notes that confuse the hell out of me. Let's just skip down to the factions. Up first, Highwaymen, my new main for reasons I shouldn't need to elaborate on here, and they fixed the turret so it no longer tracks and shoots enemies from behind cover that is taller than the turret. This is what I wanted to test because I recently released my first video in a series of best turret placements, and the map I did was Daytona, and 2 of the spots were behind cover, but let's put that to the test. Well, hope you all enjoyed those spots while they lasted. GS Commando, apparently their flash shield wasn't blinding enemies if they were behind mag barriers or phantom ultras, but now they do. DeadSec Spiderbot gets a little fixed so they can be shot and hacked when traveling upstairs and other inclined surfaces. And finally, Phantoms. Oh, it's time. The community got Echelon nerfed into the dirt. Now their sights have been set on Phantoms. So Phantoms will get a 5% movement nerf, a health regen that starts after 5 seconds instead of the default 4, and now they have their health lowered to 115 instead of 120. So now that the Phantoms have been nerfed, who should we collectively complain about now? Maybe now we can focus all our whining on Spiderbots again. But anyway, let's talk game modes now. Up first is Bomb, and players who join a match in progress were spawning in a disorienting paralyzed state instead of loading into a spectator cam, but that should be fixed. Don't play a ton of bomb because I'm on a weapon grind, so playing anything other than TDM at the moment is kind of pointless, at least until they bring the objective XP leveling up to weapons. They also updated the welcome playlist to max level 40 instead of 25 and changed up the game modes. I swear people don't play the welcome playlist because the amount of level 25s and lower that I see in my pub matches is too damn high, and this is just going to make it worse. It's also very peculiar that the max level makes it so where people can just play the welcome playlist and then transition straight into ranked, both of which have some sort of SBMM, almost like they're pushing people to play SBMM playlists more. Not even gonna put on my tinfoil hat for that, it's too early. But before we get to ranked, I'm gonna stick with game modes, and a change I noticed while testing out what I was testing earlier that they didn't mention in here is capture the flag seems to be back. Does that mean that the capture the flag draw bug in ranked is fixed? Don't know. Guess somebody's gonna have to test it and find out, and let me know in the comments. Speaking of ranked, let's go ahead and get to the ranked changes now. And ranked has so many issues, and none of that seemingly is fixed with this patch, as the only thing it fixed is, and let me read this word for word because I have some beef with a tweet, minor tuning of the rank point formula to speed progression through the silver, ruby, and diamond ranks. So I'm sorry, but I read that as it's now faster to go through silver, ruby, and diamond ranks. And apparently others did too, because they're asking on Twitter why we're making it easier to rank up when some people were already getting plus 500s. This is referring to something going on, not even sure if it's a bug or what you want to call it, but people are getting 300, 500, sometimes 1,000 RP for winning a game, and they don't even have to be MVP. But Ake says it's not speeding up, it's adjusting the speed of progression in those ranks.
Huh?
Is that not what the f he just said? Making it easier to rank up in a few select ranks is still making it easier to rank up overall. Why the political talk? Why are we trying to dance around this? Whatever, not even gonna argue it. Moving on. They also fixed where we saw the incorrect map selection when voting for random map and mode in ranked play, which by the way, this shit is still not random. When it comes to capture the flag, and I know capture the flag has been removed for a while, but now it's back. If you vote random, when you have two capture the flag options, random is going to be capture the flag every single time. Since it was taken out and now that it's put back, is it the same way? Don't know. Again, somebody find out, let me know in the comments. Next up is weapons, and they adjusted the recoil of the AK-47 with a hollow sight attached to keep the reticle closer to the center screen. Typical hollow sight W. The M1911 somehow had the ranked R removed from its flying tiger skin, but now that's fixed. They recalibrated the hollow and reflex options for accuracy. W, been wondering when they would fix them not showing where the bullet was actually shooting. Hopefully this is what that means. The pyroclastic weapon mastery skin for the M4A1 no longer covers special mags, so only skins we pay for can cover mags. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'd like skins to cover everything. Nothing worse than having a nice skin on an AK-47 and it having this ugly brown mag sticking out the bottom. We do have a few more sections to cover, but before I get to those, I want to remind you I'll be live this Friday on YouTube and Twitch starting around 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I want to attempt a 1v6. Again, I tried this the other day and it didn't really go as planned, but I'm going to need 5 volunteers to hide somewhere while I attempt to take on the enemy team, and the goal here is to win. You have 2 objectives. Objective 1, don't kill anybody. Objective 2, don't get disconnected for inactivity. The best maps I found to do this on are either Echelon HQ or maybe Waterfront, so if that's something you want to join in for and be in the next video, definitely stop by, but let's go ahead and get back to our patch notes and finish this up. Up next, we have devices, and they fixed the Proxmine slow deploy issue. Hooray for not having the spam button twice now to deploy it. Netcode changes. This is where we should all rejoice. Assuming this works as intended, they reduced the time span in which enemies can score their final shots by half. So in theory, this should reduce the number of trades that's been happening since the last update. Bunch of audio fixes, including the grenade multi-kill voiceover line, and added text-to-speech function for the quick chat commands. Then we get some miscellaneous changes, which are usually nothing special, and I usually skip over most of them. But the first thing on here is that the loading screen is getting stuck around 40% when exiting a match, or it was. But now that's fixed, and this is supposed to translate to saving about 15 seconds with waiting on a black screen. And I'm all for spending less time in loading screens. So huge W. The rest of these aren't much to talk about, but I'll leave it up here if you want, so you can read them. And let's talk for a moment. Does this patch address any pain points that were causing the most issues for players? The trading thing is nice to see fixed. If it actually is fixed, I'll have to test that out. But aside from that, ranked is still very broken. I'm still playing 4 stacks as a solo queue player. Teammates still leave almost every game before the game is even half over, which results in me still losing 40 to 50 RP even though I'm first on my team. We were supposed to be getting rank changes to fix a lot of this stuff, and we've been patiently waiting for that. So hopefully they implement that in the next patch, which I'm gonna assume will be on the 23rd, and I'm hoping it has those rank changes, private matches, and first and foremost, above all, I'd love to see a Halloween event. It should also give us the new map Signal as well, but what's still missing from this patch besides the obvious netcode issues of dying behind walls? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.